All right, here we are together. I'm here with Ishwari, and she's going to be presenting at the festival Das Wunder Wohnbar Meinberg, or A Course in Miracles in Bath, Meinberg. It's a Course in Miracles festival that's happening June 6th through 10th here this year, 2019. And I'm very excited to be able to talk with a number of the presenters. And today, again, I have my new friend Ishwari, who I'm very happy to introduce. Just to share, my name is Barret Hedeen, and I'm helping out in doing some of the things to promote this festival. And a big fan and student of A Course in Miracles myself. So thank you for being here today, Ishwari.
Thank you for having me.
So we're going to be talking about A Course in Miracles, and we're going to be talking a bit about the festival. So first, why don't you share a little bit about your connection to the festival and kind of what drew you into joining this way and presenting it?
Well, I did an interview, and a class for the online conference, A Course in Miracles. I forgot the name of it.
Yeah, in November.
Awaken to Love, I think that it was. And then Andreas, who is organizing the festival, I've known him for many years, but he saw the interview, and then he invited me to be one of the presenters, and I said yes. So that's my connection.
Oh, lovely, lovely, yeah. So would you like to share a little bit about what you are feeling called to present at the festival and what you'll be bringing to the fest?
Yeah, well, for me, the festival is in June.
Yeah.
Which is a long way from now. And I had to give 2 topics for the festival, but actually, I'm guided every moment, and every day I ask, like, what would you have me do? And what would you have me say? So in this sense, I cannot say what I'm going to present, because it will be given, whatever it is, at that moment. And I did get some download about, which is anyway something I'm passionate about the mind training of A Course in Miracles.
Good.
And about purification. Because one of the miracle principles is miracles are everyone's right, but purification is necessary first.
Wow. Yeah.
And so these 2 things I think I'll be sharing about, but that can be very wide. Like what, so purification and mind training.
Yeah. Well, that's good stuff, right? I mean, that goes right to the heart of the teachings of A Course in Miracles. How do we live forgiveness in our life, right? I think almost everyone who's been working with the Course for any amount of time has these questions, like how do I do this? How do I really bring this more fully into my everyday experience?
Yes.
And I think that speaks exactly to those ideas.
Yeah, but exactly that's where also there would be like a confrontation, because in a way you don't bring it to your everyday life. You see? And that's the so that is something I would speak on, because A Course in Miracles, this is also how it came to me. Is I had a moment of devastation. I asked for help and had a spiritual awakening, and A Course in Miracles came at the same time. And I feel everyone that is attracted to A Course in Miracles is actually called to wake up from this dream. And waking up from the dream is not improving yourself or how to implement this in your everyday life. It's really waking up of this altogether. Yeah. But purification is necessary, and mind training is necessary, but in order to leave this condition, however you want to call it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember hearing, I think it was Ken Wapnick was talking about the awakening process, is leaving the dream, realizing that we are not even this character in the dream. And he said, it really just depends on the readiness of within the mind. That he said, when the mind is ready, you don't have to be reading A Course in Miracles. You could be reading a phone book and the awakening will happen.
Yeah, but I don't completely agree with that, because yes, the awakening happens, but then still purification is necessary, and mind training is necessary. So it's not just about awakening. Yes, that happens in a flash, but then you are still not able to live, like many awaken from the dream, but they still suffer. So it's not just like awakening is the very first step.
Yeah.
And that's the beginning of a whole new way of being, but it's not a goal at all, like an end goal. And the end goal is truth. And for that, purification and mind training is necessary.
Yeah.
Because it's not like you need this experience to wake up, so you know that you are not this. But then it needs to be your realization at every moment.
So if I'm hearing you correctly, it's almost like there's, the way I kind of envision it is that there's like a dark shield around the truth of what we are. And a part of us is trying to get to that light that we are, but we have this dark shield. And maybe what I'm calling awakening is a slight break in the shield, and what you're calling purification is helping to undo the whole shield, so that when the whole shield is gone, then the light can just shine. Is that a good understanding?
Yes and no. It's a matter of perspective.
Sure.
Because what you just shared is coming from that we are a thing and have a dark shield. Yet from a different perspective, that is non-existent.
Sure.
There is not such a thing. So it's the undoing of what isn't. And actually, so it's an undoing. It's not like, there is a we and a dark shield and light coming through. The light is all there is.
Right.
But so it's the undoing of the block, the which is not a real thing, but it seems very real in this world.
Very, very true. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, as I'm hearing you say, I feel like we're using maybe different words for the exact same concepts, because I feel like I'm in sync with you and really understanding what you're saying. So I appreciate you continuing to elaborate on that. So you did share that you had something that kind of was a download that you wanted to mention today. Would you like to speak a bit on that?
Well, that was kind of it.
Okay.
This was it. And it is that this, everything here is upside down. Everything is upside down. So, and like we just come to this point, and this is essential. That's why mind training is necessary, because ideas leave not their source. And if there is an idea of that this is real at any level, you will experience the results of this. And that's why training is necessary. Where there is not a thinking anymore at any level that this is what truth is.
Yeah.
And I mean, in the summary of A Course in Miracles is nothing real can be threatened, nothing unreal exists. Herein lies the peace of God.
Yeah.
That says it all.
It reminds me of one of the sayings in the Gospel of Thomas from Jesus, where he said something like, a weed or a vine has grown outside of the wall of the Father's kingdom, but it will easily be uprooted and gone. And it's almost like this whole ego thought system is this false weed or vine that has grown, that's seeming to grow, but like you're saying, it's not even real. So
Yes.
yeah, yeah.
But it doesn't help to think it's not real. It has
Mm.
to be a real experience, because you can then say like, oh, this world is not real, but that doesn't do any good at all.
It's true. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
We need to be conscious of our fears so that we can move past them, and then in the rearview mirror we can see that they never were real at all.
I think the mind training is like, we need to be conscious of who we truly are.
Mm.
That, and then fear will be undone, because it isn't.
Yeah.
So it's not needed to be conscious of it at all.
Mm-hmm.
You do bring, if it comes up, you can recognize it like, oh, this is not who I am. and have it be, taken away.
Yeah.
That's a miracle, by the way. But like it's and there does need to be the recognition that you are doing it. So fear is something you do. It's not happening to you. Like you actively choose to have those feelings of fear, or what is it, upset in any form. Yeah, that it's a choice. It's not happening to you. It's not something that's really there. It's like an addiction, but not to something that is real, but it seems very real, and it has very real effects in this world. Like that's the cause.
Yeah, we can't both be aware that we are the dreamer of the dream and think that we are the character in the dream. It's like one helps us step out of the other.
Isn't the character the dreamer of the dream? Like that the character is the dreamer of the dream.
Interesting.
But that's not that's not who you are.
Right, exactly. That's the point. Yeah. Well, beautiful. I really feel like all these ideas that we're talking about are just going to go so much deeper. And I feel it's going to be an amazing experience for everyone who's going to be joining you at the festival in June. And this video is here as a welcome to anyone who's out there, maybe hearing about it for the first time or just considering whether to join us. To definitely come. I think there's a lot of beautiful people that are going to be joining, and these great concepts and are going to be explored to help us move past the concepts and into the experience. Right? That's what it's all about.
Yeah, and for me, the festival is also like a celebration of going home, and just disappearing in the heart of God. Yes.
Well, I think that's a beautiful note to end on, disappearing in the heart of God. I really feel like as we've connected here, we've been disappearing into the heart of God together. So it's a real joy to connect with you here today. And and again, thank you to everyone out there who's been watching and joining with us in that way too. Many blessings to everyone on their path. Many blessings to you, Ishwari.
Thank you.
Thank you.